Hello again and Happy New Year. An art display consists of an arrangement of n marbles when arranged in ascending order of mass. The mass of the first marble is 10 grams. The mass of each subsequent marble is 3 grams more than the mass of the previous one, so that the rth marble has mass 7 plus 3r grams. A. Show that the mean mass in grams of the marbles in the display is given by half 3n plus 17 for 3 marks, and then B, given that there are 85 marbles in the display, use the standard summation formula to find the standard deviation of the mass of the marbles in the display, giving your answer in grams to 1 decimal place. An awkward question that came up a few years back in the edXL AS level maths, further maths. And tricky but doable. So without further ado, let's try and do the math. So let's sort this out and get started. Well, we need to write out. Well, of course, it's going to be. Oops, I started with 7. Why 7? Starts with 10. So 10. And it goes up by 3 each time, so 13, 16, and 19, and so on. So, and it tells you that the nth term is 7 plus 3r, or 3r plus 7. So the nth term is equal to 3r plus 7, because the difference is 3 each time, and when you say 3 times 1 you get 3, and the difference between 10 and 3 is 7, and it will work out for 13, 16 and 19, of course. And this is all where r is in the ranges from 1 to n. So and I can write just here where r is equal to from 1 to n. And if you then divide the by n, you should get the mean. You get the mean. And this is the understanding of it. Get the mean. So this is the method that I'm going to use to solve this question, and we can get started with the math, I think. So n and r is equal to 1. We've got 3r plus 7, which is our nth term, and then we're going to split it, of course. If we split that, we got 3, and then n and r is equal to 1. R plus 7, and again n and r is equal to 1. We're just writing it out procedurally here, and that's the first step. Now, this gives me, well, we should know that this really relates to 3 brackets n brackets n plus 1 over 2. n plus 1 over 2. Yeah, that's correct. And of course plus 7n. So the relationship between this first term here and the next, that's really a given. This translates to 3 over 2 n squared plus 3 over 2n plus 3 over 2n and plus 7n, 7n over 1. So and we just tidy that up, and what do we have? Well, that gives us 3 over 2n squared, 3 over 2n squared plus 17 after you do your fractions, plus 17 over 2n. 17 over 2n. Okay, now to find the mean, I'm going to divide by n. Of course, that's what I said. So divide by n, divided through by n to find mean. This gives me 3 again. 3 over 2n squared plus 17 over 2n divided by n. I should put to find mean. To find mean, or x bar, yep. That gives me 3 over, yeah, that gives you 3 over 2n. 3 over 2n plus 17 over 2 plus 17 over 2, and that's what you need to show. So take out half as a factor and you end up with 3n plus 17, and that's part A. For part B, now we need to perhaps use the formula booklet, because we need to use a standard deviation formula. So use standard deviation formula from the booklet, and the one I'm going to use standard deviation, oops, I put formula, and the one in the booklet is the SXX one, which is perhaps best to use. You can do it either way, and we need to be careful because there is a tendency to use the calculator, but I'm going to refer to the question at some stage because it specifically states to use a summation formula, and we need to be able to do that so that we get the 6 marks. So yeah, this is the formula that you're looking to use in addition to the SXX over n, or the root of SXX over n, sum of x1 or squared, I'm copying it out of the book, over n, yeah, because don't always, yeah, there we go. Okay, so once we have that done, we can use this now to put in our problem. And if we go back, it says, given that there are 85 marbles in the display, 85 marbles in the display. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the 85 marbles, and r is equal to 1. And so I've got 3r plus 7 and 80 plus 7 minus 100. Yeah, oops, yeah, before I say where the 136 comes from, I better, I've jumped a gun here, explain to you how we get the mean. So the mean is going to be a half, and then of course it's 3 times 85, because that's what we have, and then plus 17. 3 times 85 and then plus 17. Well, that gives you the mean of 136. So that's the mean. So the mean is equal to, or x bar, is equal to, 136. Now I can use the summation formula. 85 r is equal to 1, and now I can just put things in how I started before. 3r plus 7 minus the mean here, yes, because that's what I'm using, which is 136, and all squared. all squared. And of course, that gives you, if I extend the page, yep, that gives you, again, 85, r is equal to 1, 85, r equals 1, and 3r minus 129, 3r minus 129, all squared. And we can tidy that up. That gives us, apologies for writing all of this out, it is time consuming, but just showing you the layout for the examiner as well. 9r minus, I believe, 774 r plus 16641, plus 16641. And that will give us, and again we have to split this up, so that will give us 9 sigma, r 85, and r is equal to 1, r squared. Oops, did I not write r squared here? Should needed to write r squared there. Minus 774, and again we have to split. 85 r equals 1, and that's r, and plus 16641, and again 80. Oops, it's time consuming. 16641, 85, r equals 1, and 1. And that gives us, now, yes, it's important, the summations, because you could use your calculator here, but if you do, will you get all 6 marks? I'm not sure the examiner will give you all 6 marks for this part if you just go straight to your calculator. So you need to be careful at this point. So I put nota bene here, using summations formula, using the summations formula, because that's what it says in the question. Let's go back. It does say, use the standard summation formula to find the standard deviation of the mass of the marbles in the display, giving your answer in grams to 1 dp. So you got to use the summations formula, which is equal to n and r is equal to 1, r squared, which is given by 16 is equal to 16 n plus 1 and 2n plus times 2n plus 1. And if we use that and we write out what we're doing, so going back to here, going back to this point here, so we've got 9 and then times 16 brackets 85 times 86, because n plus 1, 85, 86, and then times by 2, again n plus 1, so that's by 85 and then plus 1. And oops, I better put another bracket around that, and that should be good to go. Oh no, I've got to minus 774, because remember, we have here minus 774, and then 85 times 86 all over 2, and then plus 16641 times 85, and then plus 16641, and then times by 85. Yep, So yeah, that's right. And yeah, so that will give me four. Once you go to your calculator, four. Whoops, I didn't write the 6 there properly. It's all in real time. 4 6 0 5 3 0. 4 6 0 5 3 0. Now, you've got to find the standard deviation. It's asking you to 1 dp. So the standard deviation is equal to, and we're going to use this because we found SXX to be this 460530, and we're going to divide by n. So again, which is 85. So that's the square root of 460530, and divided by 85. That will give you to 1 dp 73.6. And there's your 9 marks.